Okay, so now we are going to discuss about the pulmonary and systematic circulation. Basically, these are the types of circulation. Like first is pulmonary circulation and second is systematic circulation. First is pulmonary circulation. Always remember when you talk about pulmonary circulation, like to the lungs, from the lungs. What does it mean? The deoxygenated blood will move to the lungs and oxygenated blood will move to the heart. That is the cycle of the pulmonary circulation. Now let's talk how the from heart to lungs and lungs to heart. Now this is a right ventricle. Right ventricle. Now from the right ventricle, the deoxygenated blood will move from right ventricle to the pulmonary artery. Like pulmonary artery will carry the deoxygenated blood from the right ventricle. As it moves the right ventricle, the deoxygenated blood move from right ventricle to the pulmonary artery, and then pulmonary artery will carry this deoxygenated blood and move to the lungs. Till here, that is a single line, that the deoxygenated blood will move to the lungs. Like from the deoxygenated blood will move from right ventricle to the pulmonary artery, and pulmonary artery will carry the deoxygenated blood to the lungs. Now for the oxygenation, the blood moves to the lungs. Now this in lungs it will get oxygenated. Now that oxygenated blood will carried by a pulmonary vein, and the pulmonary vein basically carry the oxygenated blood and move. It will carry the oxygenated blood and move to the left atrium. Then again the cycle repeats, like from the deoxygenated blood will move from the right ventricle to the pulmonary artery, and then pulmonary artery will carry this deoxygenated blood to the lungs, and then there will be oxygenation. Then the oxygenated blood will be carried by the pulmonary vein, and then the pulmonary vein will carry this oxygenated blood to the left atrium. That is the pulmonary circulation. Now if we talk about systematic circulation. Now what is systematic circulation? Now from the body, here you have to remember from the body to the body. Like oxygenated blood will move from the body to the heart. Oxygenated blood will move from the body to the heart, and the deoxygenated blood will move from the heart to the body. Now let's see from the that circulation, how that circulates. First of all, left ventricle. The oxygenated blood will be carried by the left ventricle. Oxygenated blood will be carried by the left ventricle. Then this oxygenated blood will move to aorta, as we have studied there. The from the oxygenated blood will move from the left ventricle to the aorta. Now from aorta, the arteries will carry this oxygenated blood and move provided to the tissues. Now tissues will get will get the oxygenated blood, and then again provide the deoxygenated blood. Then this deoxygenated blood will be carried by a superior, and as they will utilize, here that is confusion, the tissues will utilize oxygenated blood, but they will the superior and inferior vena cava will basically carry deoxygenated blood from the tissues to the right atrium. That is the circulation. This is the whole circulation, that from the body, like here from the left ventricle, the oxygenated blood will move from the aorta to the arteries, and arteries to the tissues, the oxygenated blood. Now that tissues, superior vena cava will take this, from body to the heart, it will be deoxygenated blood.